Hello, my name is Alex Barham, and this is just a review video of the Fluid Element. This is a boat made by a South African company, um, really unique and different from anything else you're probably going to see out there. It's supposed to be a hybrid surf boat freestyle kayak, and it does nail that. Although I think that probably whether you're someone who has surf boats or whether you have a lot of play boats, either place that you're coming from, you're going to find this to be a bit of an odd duck. Um, it's at just 6 feet, super boxy, radical, chines and edges. I mean, you'll see the shot here where it basically has butter knives on the side. That's going to be something where it's radically short if you're coming from the surfboat world, and it's just radically tippy and edgy and boxy and hard to roll if you're used to play boats. Nothing too special otherwise. Standard outfitting. If you're actually using this on a beach, you're gonna hate where the ratchets are, so you might want to relocate those up high because I promise you they're going to jam with sand and you're not going to be able to use them. What I'm showing you here are just old clips I have. This is the Black River at Hull Brothers at 36,000 CFS. And there's going to be clips at the end, which is Habitat 67 up in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. And I'm just going to be talking right over the top. This is a boat that either you are an accomplished playboater, big wave surfer who is looking for something to shove in their quiver to open up more options, explore a new facet of kayaking, or you are on the beach for a couple summers and you want something that'll go out and shred, not really doing freestyle, but kind of riding across the waves, doing barrels, very much mimicking what a surfboard would do, but you don't surf or you just want to bring a kayak out. Perfect for that. Very easy entry. It's cheap. If you crash on your way back in, which is common, it's plastic. You're not going to break it. And with those little blue dots that were on the bottom, those are fin boxes. You can toss fins in this and get super radical. But if you don't put those fins in, this boat's super loose once it's up to planing speed. You'll see in here some huge flat spins at super high speed. It also loves to take those flat spins, throw them into flashbacks, and then on the flip side, it loves to do helixes and flip turns. Now, what you'll find though is with the super long bow and just this kind of long curvy rocker profile, you're gonna have a harder time doing things like front blunts, air screws, something like that. Now, if you watch this clip, you'll notice I'm in a completely different boat. This is a Project X56, and I threw this in here just so you could get a sense of speed. You can see with this traditional play boat, the boat's skipping up and down, bouncing because of the speed of the incoming green water, and I'm very much stuck and getting dragged up into the foam pile. When we go back to the Element, you're going to see that I'm cruising just at the very bottom of any given foam pile, and I'm able to just go screaming across green water pretty much effortlessly. And whereas a spin in the flats or a spin in the foam would start dragging me right off of the wave in the traditional play boat, very often I'm spinning while still accelerating down the green in the Element. So basically, I'm expecting anyone that's watching this video is just trying to get an understanding of what this boat is all about and if it makes sense for them to buy it. You see these boats come up occasionally, super cheap for sale. Even when I got mine new, I think I got it shipped to me for, let's say, $650. Not bad. very often now you'll see them show up for between $250 and $400. Understand this is again a niche boat. This is the nichiest of niche boats. So that means that you might buy this and shove it in your attic and not see it for 2 years at a time. But when it does come out, you are going to be so happy you have it. The feeling is just undescribable. And especially if you're someone where you put yourself in stakeout situations, meaning you're driving to somewhere where you know there's going to be a large green face with a playboat hoping to do big wave tricks, but you're not actually sure that you're going to be able to get on. This will really open up the window of acceptable flows that you can work with. These clips right here from Habitat, this was a weekend trip where we went up thinking that, oh man, no worries, levels are supposed to be perfect. And then we woke up in the morning after driving for hours and the levels had completely changed. We only got 1 or 2 surfs in the playboats that normal playboats before this wave was so green that we were just blasting off. Just to be able to go up, grab the element out of the truck, and salvage the weekend was huge. And if you continue watching this clip, you'll actually see playboaters dropping in next to me and just flushing off. Now, one thing I want to make very clear that I always felt that Fluid Kayaks just kind of glossed over is that all of these crazy edges and under the waterline design features that make this such an insane green wave surfer are going to bite you right back when it comes to eddy lines and just generally feeling squirrely. This day in Habitat, I watched an amazing surfer who is a local just get humbled in the eddy. Literally swam in the eddy. My first time in this boat, it just so happened the day that I picked it up from freight shipping, very awesome wave known as Intercity Strife was in, went up, had an incredible first surf in it, and then swam and almost went over a dam and died because I had no appreciation for how squirrely this was and how tough it is to roll. So expect to have to go back to basics when it comes to rolling this boat and make sure that you give it the respect that it requires, because otherwise I promise you'll get humbled. The last thing I would say about this boat is if you get one used, make sure that the bottom is in really good shape. You want this as close to new as possible. And if you get one, you want to make sure that you do everything you can to avoid seal launches and keep the bottom as classy as possible. The performance on these will drop off very quickly once you start scratching them up. You can just look at how pristine I've kept mine, and I've had it for almost 10 years now. Thanks for watching. That's it. Feel free to leave a comment and ask a question. Happy to answer them.